All right, today we're going to install the Bodyguard A2L Base front bumper on this 2019 new body style GMC Sierra. Now, for the sake of this video, I'm gonna start off with no bumper at all. If you'd like to see how that factory bumper is removed, we have a video showing you how to do that. Feel free to check it out. For now, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I've got the bumper already pretty much assembled with the lights in place. Because of the adjustable brackets, these do give you the option to use your choice of light bar and pod lights. Now, I will say that the face plates are removable just with a 4mm Allen wrench. And you do have to put in a lot of the cage nuts. Let me just show you how one of the cage nuts installs. All the rest of them install the exact same way. You want to also line up all the bolts into the cage nuts before you tighten anything down in each faceplate. Let me show you how this works. So this is one of your cage nuts. Basically, it's this metal clip surrounding a square nut. You've got a couple of legs on that clip. What we're going to do is go down to this little square hole that's already machined into the component. We're going to hook one edge into one side of that square hole and then snap in the other side. But it doesn't just readily snap in. You have to use a screwdriver to help it in. All right, so now that we have that cage nut installed, we went ahead and flipped over the bumper. Next, I'm going to take the bolt and put it through. Line up that cage nut to that bolt. Make sure that every bolt is lined up for this faceplate before you tighten any of them down. Repeat the same process on each faceplate. All right, so we're going to hold this bumper up to the truck. We're going to line up these holes to the factory mounting locations on the frame. We're also going to reuse the factory hardware that held the factory bumper in place. Basically, that hardware is going to come through these holes, line up to the holes, and then tighten down. You just want to get them started at first. Then once you line up the bumper, you can then tighten down the hardware with a 15mm wrench or ratchet. All right, so now we've got all 6 bolts in place, threaded into the nuts on the frame. What I'm going to do now is have my friends hold the bumper up in place and lined up for me while I tighten it down with a 15mm. All right, now that I've got this one snugged up, I'm going to go to the opposite side and snug up that one as well. Once I've done that, my friends can let go of the bumper and I can tighten down all the rest of the hardware. All right, now repeat that on the opposite side. All right, so we've got our harness. We're pulling it through the bumper. We're going in front of the frame. We're going to go in front of the driver's side frame as well. This end is going to go all the way up and plug back into the factory fog light. Now, since this vehicle is sensor equipped, we got the bumper that it has provisions for those sensors. This is going to be our sensor bracket. This is only going to go to the middle 2 sensors. The way this is going to align is just like so. So it's going to be offset towards the center of the bumper. This right here, I've already got 2 cage nuts snapped in from the inside. What I will do now is I'm going to take the factory sensor bracket, I'm going to fit it through, it's going to snap into place. Then from this side, I'm going to snap the sensor into the bracket. All right, now that I've got that in place, I'm also going to use my supplied hardware. I'm going to go from the inside of the bumper, line it up to the holes on the top side. The holes in the bottom don't line up to anything, so we're just going to the cage nuts on the top. Once we get that all lined up, we're going to tighten it down with a 4mm Allen wrench. Now repeat the same process on the other center sensor. The outer sensors, those install the exact same way. You just don't have a sensor bracket to pull off. Well, that concludes the installation. If you have any questions, call the experts or visit us online.